Thank you Squarespace for sponsoring this video. This is the Magic Keyboard. Coming to you at $300, you might be thinking that there is some excess magic going on there, making swallowing the price tag difficult. In my 2020 iPad Pro video, I briefly mentioned that this product is an essential part of the new iPad Pro experience. So essential in fact, that I went as far as recommending Apple to create an iPad Pro and Magic Keyboard combo. Since that video came out, the 2020 iPad Air came along, which painted an even more attractive picture. The way I see it, the Magic Keyboard is your bacon to your egg and cheese sandwich. You might prefer to preserve your cholesterol levels, but you know that the egg and cheese sandwich alone is too plain for your taste. Allow me to elaborate. Hey guys, this is E, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Iskren and most people call me E, and ever since the Magic Keyboard was released, there was more than one competitor who came to the market to provide keyboard and trackpad combo. Although tempting to go for a cheaper Magic Keyboard alternative, there's really one competitor that is worth it. And that is the Logitech Folio Touch, which as far as the internet goes has been developed in cahoots with Apple themselves. The rest I can simply prescribe to avoid or just go for some external peripherals like a portable keyboard and mouse. So the design and ergonomics are what stands out when we look at the Magic Keyboard. The minimal approach, the floating effect, and the magnets. It is not a product that protects the iPad from the occasional bumps or, God forbid, drops, but where it doesn't protect, it compensates with ergonomics, style, and a cool factor that only Apple can deliver. This product is extremely sturdy, and even if I want to, I cannot bend or flex it. The iPad really floats, and although some people have been complaining about the tilt angle not being enough, I find all other alternatives providing more inadequate ergonomics than this one. Here's an example. One of my favorite angles that almost no other product can deliver, actually I'm certain no other product can deliver, is when I'm lying on the bed trying to watch something. Also, the design has the best and smallest footprint that allows you to use the product on any service and occasion, most importantly on your lap, like a real laptop. No kickstands, no flappy undercarriage. Weight might be an issue for some since it weighs as much as the iPad itself, but using it with the 11-inch iPad Pro for the last few months in combination with this accessory has given me no real reason to complain. The 12.9-inch iPad with this keyboard might be more of a hassle for some. The materials and especially the old fabric-like cover over the keys are gone, and the rubbery texture of the Magic Keyboard seems refined than the old-gen versions. So less nasty residue, but more caution for spills since the keys are no longer wrapped around and protected. Typing on this latest generation keyboard that Apple throws into their 16-inch MacBook Pros can only be classified as satisfaction overload. It is extremely responsive with great key travel and feedback. This tactile keyboard is the reason that I don't want to type on anything else, and that includes the external Apple Magic Keyboard, mechanical counterparts, and anything else that I have around the studio. If I have to really complain about something, that will be the layout of the 11-inch variant, which I know is absolutely impossible to avoid given the small footprint. Since I use English and non-English keyboard layouts, I tend to use the most cramped of the buttons, like those for example, which on the 12.9-inch model is not an issue at all. This complaint of mine, however, applies to pretty much all 11-inch iPad Pro keyboard competitors, so no, I won't complain! The function buttons, or the lack thereof, that everyone is fussing about is a topic that I find a bit irritating since no other iPad accessory before had them, and that was rarely an issue. Like the escape key, for example. This is an iPad, what would you like to escape from? Also, if you really insist on having such buttons, iOS provides mapping options, so let's just move forward. For those who are not aware, the Magic Keyboard uses 3-pin connectors on the back to use power directly from the iPad itself, thus making it a product that works without the need to be charged. It sounds simple enough, but many other alternatives require additional charging, which I find as annoying as charging the first generation Apple Pencil in the Lightning port. Although the Magic Keyboard uses the iPad as a power source, I find it to drain very little battery, and given my charging habits of plugging my tablet after an all day of use at night, this again is something that I can't complain about. By the way, the keyboard is illuminated, not RGB of course, and it works as you can expect, knowing exactly when to light up and how much. The Trackpad is the newest addition to the iPad lineup, and with mouse support on iPadOS 14 works flawlessly. First off, the trackpad is awesome to swipe on, and in typical Apple fashion, it clicks no matter where you press it. It does sound louder initially, but maybe because we're used to glass trackpad versions on the laptops. But it makes all the sense in the world, especially with the magnetic cursor that makes your laptop cursor look like something from Windows 98. Now I know I said that in my previous video, but it's true. Turn on tapping and throw in gestures and you can navigate yourself through the iPad OS quicker than on any other device. While on the topic of gestures, I have prepared a list of 10 gestures to take your Magic Keyboard experience to the next level, and I have placed them on my new website, ThisIsE.tech. There, you'll also find a highly requested wallpapers section for wallpapers that I've been using throughout my videos, which I'm updating on a regular basis. All this goodness was possible thanks to today's video sponsor, Squarespace. You probably don't know this, but I've been a web designer long before I plunged into the YouTube journey. And as someone who has been building websites using various techniques and solutions for years, I can easily say that Squarespace is fantastic. You want a website within the next 5 minutes? Not a problem. Squarespace is extremely easy to work with, and you don't need to have any technical skills to create something unique, whether that's an online store or a personal portfolio, for example. My site is all about minimal approach and clean treatment. The design aspect of it renders beautifully, whether you're opening the website on a phone, tablet, or computer, something that normally takes a lot of time to optimize and fix. Featuring my newest channel episodes or simply creating guides or how-to content takes little to no time, and if I want to, I can automate and schedule my upcoming content with ease. The process of claiming my custom domain, ThisIsE.tech, was also a walk in the park. If you want to build your own website, go to squarespace.com or follow the link in the description below. I mentioned my charging habits at night earlier, for which I use the newly added USB-C port on the site. This port is only meant to be used for charging, which is a bit of a bummer, but still an extra that frees up the iPad's main USB-C port to plug anything the heart desires, like a hub, to expand your setup and turn it into a fully fledged docked experience. The new iPad Air that Apple released is the new candidate for the Magic Keyboard. Following the same design and footprint as the Pro iPad lineup means that you can use it on more than one device at home. In that case, we don't need two Magic Keyboards, and whenever someone wants to do some serious writing, it's just a matter of reaching out and snapping the tablet in place. Listen, I know that the Magic Keyboard is expensive, I'm not running away from that fact. But if we put pricing on the side just for a moment, consider the value that it provides. It really has no real competition. Stunning industrial design, ergonomics, coherent experience and convenience, great typing experience, and for the first time, arguably better mouse support than on any other computer. The fact that it magnetically floats and holds the tablet in place means that using your iPad as a tablet is just one grab away, something that no other product can gloat for. If you're saving for an iPad keyboard and you can afford to wait a bit more in order to snatch this Magic Keyboard, then do it, because I'm sure you won't regret it one bit. If the budget is really tight, you can do something clever and purchase a 2018 iPad Pro or now the newly announced iPad Air, and with the savings, grab this Magic Keyboard, because who doesn't like bacon? It's been an absolute pleasure. This is E, over and out.